Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another talk show, Coffee with Mickey, on Wednesday afternoons. So, I hope everyone is doing well in Sri Lanka, and all our students who have already come to Australia, like to give them a warm welcome onshore in Australia. This week, we've had a slow start, not a very good start for visa grants, and only two visa grants this week, but it is a start. We're still in the middle of the week, so congratulations to our students who have received those visa grants from Sri Lanka, actually, both of them again. So, today's topic is going to be how to choose the right course and how to prepare yourself for visa grant ready application and a GTE. So, if you are in the process of moving to Australia or you are already in Australia on a course and you want to change your course, so you might want to listen to this. And if you have any questions in the meantime, please feel free to put your comments in the comment box below while we are discussing. I'll try to answer as many questions as I can. If not, somebody will answer your questions after this live has finished as well. So if you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel or you have liked our Facebook page, please click on the link in the comment box or in the description below, and you'll be able to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see all our future feeds and the information that we give almost every week to our students and for migration updates as well. Okay, so getting back to the topic, I'm gonna keep it very nice, short and sweet, so I don't expect you to stay on this video for a long time. So I'm gonna try cover everything as fast and as soon as possible I can. Choosing the right course, obviously, there are different kind of students around the world and different categories of student visas that you can apply for in Australia, starting from a certificate level education to a diploma, advanced diploma level, and then you have the bachelor level education, and that post that is postgraduate, which is master or PhD or masters by research. So be very careful. I know sometimes you don't want to spend a lot of money. You get a fear that, if we go into a master degree, it will be very expensive, and let's try get into a diploma. Yes, you can start with a diploma in Australia. Even I have convinced a lot of my students to go for a diploma at times and have had a successful visa grant, but it is not assured that you will get a visa grant in a certificate level or a diploma level unless and until you have got a very strong background of a similar trade, or you got an education background and you support your GTE with an evidence that how this certificate level course, which you cannot do the same course back in your home country, will support you when you go back to your home country after you finish your education. So this is the complex part, and it's not easy to explain these GTEs. So let's say, for an example, okay, so you have done your A levels or year 12 in your home country, and you have already have had a gap of 2 years, and it could be because of COVID, or could be because you were preparing for IELTS, or you missed out on the entrance exam for the engineering or medicine degree that you wanted to do, and somehow you end up with a 2-year gap. Now after 2-year gap, and you apply for a course in Australia, and the course you're trying to go for is a certificate level course or a diploma level course, so it is going to be very tough in that situation. What I would suggest for you to do instead is look out for a course that might be leading to a bachelor's degree. For example, diploma of health leading to bachelor's of nursing, where you don't have to start your nursing for another 2 years. Or you might be looking at a diploma of business leading to bachelor's of business or bachelor's of commerce. There are quite a few universities actually offering the same option to the students, and it's considered as a higher education course, not a vet vocational education sector course when you're applying for a visa. Let's say, for example, with QUT, which is Queensland University of Technology, or ECU, Edith Cowan University, or Southern Cross University. These are just a few examples. Deakin College, La Trobe College. There's so many other university colleges where you can enroll into a diploma if you have got less score in your IELTS, where you do not qualify straight away for a bachelor's degree. So you could go into a diploma level course for 1 year or 1.5 year, and straight away, as soon as you pass the diploma, you get transferred into the university for the bachelor course. But you get the COE, which is a confirmation of enrollment from the university now, before even you apply for the visa, and you can straight away save some fees. Diploma is going to be a little bit cheaper than the bachelor's first year, so you're going to be investing a little less fees in your diploma. But as soon as you finish the diploma, you already enrolled to go into a bachelor degree. That way you're securing your visa. There are more chances for you to get a visa grant than you only going for a diploma. A lot of students sometimes add leadership and management graduate diploma, and thinking that's a high level course. It's a graduate diploma course, but least to be forgotten that it is still a vocational education training level course. It's a wet sector course, not a higher education course. Higher education graduate diplomas are only offered at university level, not with colleges. Some colleges, yes, they do offer a higher education graduate diploma, but then there's an entry requirement for that. Next, I'm going to talk about and discuss a little bit about how you could maybe look at covering the gaps if you're going direct for bachelor's, or if you're going for master degree based on some work experience if you've got a huge gap in your bachelor. So I've recently had good success where an applicant had completed their bachelor's in 2014, and now we are applying for their master degree in 2022. We managed to get an offer letter from a university and also got a visa grant for that candidate, the applicant. How we managed to do that is we covered the gap with their work experience. We showed genuine work letters, employment letters, and we showed evidence of pays coming into the bank account. And also remember that you must show commitment to return back to your home country. So with evidence that why will you go back to your home country after you finish your education. Your work experience could be very, very effective. It shows that you are committed to that line of work. But why do you want to go for higher education if you already completed your bachelor's and you already have a job? So you could use reasons like you have been stagnant in your job current profile for a long length of time, like 5 years or 6 years, and you've been doing the same thing and you're not getting any growth in your company or in your country because you lack the education. There are younger candidates in the industry with higher education than myself and who have moved a step ahead of me. And COVID gave me a very, very good lesson when it hit that I had some time on my hands to where I could have used that span to gain my education, but I missed on those times because of commitment to work or family. And now I feel that it is now time for me to leave and educate myself or upskill myself and come back to my home country and give a little bit more to the country than what it deserves. These are just some of the examples. So before I go on to how to prepare your GTE for a visa ready application, I'll take a couple of questions if you got some. So Dreamwin says applied offer letter with TOEFL score overall 89 on 22nd of May in University of South Australia, course master in accounting, done MBA HR 2015, 16 working in school. That looks like a good profile, Dream, but salary in account and IT are updated. When can I get offer? Is it taking a long time for November intake? So as a matter of fact, everybody in Australia, all agents in Australia, not just us or not just your agent, if you have applied through another agent or applied yourself, the universities are taking their sweet long time because they were most likely not prepared for such a big rush into this July intake, and they were not staffed properly, and they have been overwhelmed with applications. So there's a backlog of almost 1 to 2 months, most of the universities, but there are some universities you can get a reply pretty quick, like ECU and QUT, USQ, and the list goes on. So get in contact with us if you want to apply for an offer with another university. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and then once you have an offer from university in South Australia or maybe a university in Queensland, then you can make a decision which one you want to take, and you can apply your visa based on the offer letter that you've accepted. Lion Man, I like that name, Lion. I wanted a consultation today ASAP. How could I get in touch with one of your agents? So Lion, you can get in contact with us through our email, admin@cirrus.com.au, or get in contact via our WhatsApp number is listed below, or even through our website. Even if you go on our website and fill in the contact us form, and we'll get an email straight away. You're trying to get in contact with us, and one of the agents will send you an email or call you or send you a message to book an appointment straight away. Sujay, any updates on 190 visas, Victoria and NSW, also on 189 visas? So Sujay, 190, and we're not discussing 190 or 189 visas today, but if you need more information, again, send us an email or WhatsApp message on that number, and we'll get one of the migration agents to send you an email with the updates, or you can come back and visit our Facebook page for more live updates during the week. Alright guys, so my next topic is how to prepare your GTE in a way that it is ready for the visa to be granted. So the immigration officer assessing your GTE, your application, gets a full 100% explanation out of your GTE, and he doesn't need to send an email or further information note to your agent to request for further information. This is what the immigration wants you to do anyway. So almost every university and every college in Australia has received an update from Immigration of Australia last week, saying that when you are presenting applications to the Department of Immigration, make sure it is 100% complete. They are not going to request for further information, right? They are not going to send any emails any further for requesting for missing information, and they will make a decision on your application based on the information already provided. So if you don't have your overseas health insurance ready, don't lodge your application. You could get a decision in 24 hours and you won't even have time to lodge your overseas health insurance. You could get a refusal straight away. If you don't have your GTE ready, don't lodge your application. Make sure your documents are 100% complete before you press the lodge button on the application to the Department of Immigration. What are we looking in the GTE? How do you prepare your GTE? Be smart while preparing your GTE. Don't rely on your agent. Don't rely on me. Give me a skeleton GTE. Prepare it yourself. Try to at least give us the skeleton of this GTE. I don't know about your personal life. I don't know about your hobbies. I don't know what you have been doing for the last 2 years. So don't just expect the agent to write everything for you. Let me tell you, in most of the cases where you do not have any interest in writing your GTE, they will be a copy and paste GTE. Okay, don't rely on your agent to write 100% of your GTE. Yes, you can rely on them to improve your GTE. You will most likely get a plagiarism in your GTE if you rely on them 100% for writing your GTE. That I can pretty much say with my experience, because agents are not gonna have time to write 100% of every GTE on their own every time, again and again and again and again. They will obviously, why Australia? They're gonna find information from one place or the other and copy and paste it into your GTE. Talk more about yourself. Focus on yourself. Think about yourself. Think about what you've done in the past. Just write down a story about yourself, about your family, about your brother, about your sister, about your finances, anything that you want to talk about. Talk about yourself. Talk about your academic. I don't care. Talk about your last education, what you did in the last semester, anything, everything that you want to discuss about yourself. What motivated you to study in Australia? Come up with a genuine reason why you want to go to Australia and not USA, for example. Okay, why not USA? Because of the weather. USA is more expensive. USA weather is cold. But given an opportunity to get a visa for USA, would you go there or not? Yes or no? Ask yourself this question. Why do you want to come to Australia? Why not USA? If you were given a choice to go to Australia or USA, would you reject USA? Is that what are you saying to me? That no, I'm not going to go to USA because it's too cold? Is that a genuine reason? Ask yourself. Right. Read your GTE and answer this question to yourself. Is that true? If it's not true, then what is the reason why you're not going to USA? Be genuine in writing why you don't want to go to USA and why you want to go to Australia. It's okay to say that USA is a better country for education than Australia if you feel so, so tell them. But you might not have an opportunity to go to USA because you might not be eligible for entry into a master program. Be genuine, write exactly what you feel. Or if you are worried about the street crime in USA, in America, you come up with the stats, cite your answers, whatever you find on Google or whatever you find on other sources where you can get information about an example is street crime or arms act in USA, which has not been implied. Anybody above the age of 21 can get an arm license and have a weapon in their home. You're scared. Maybe not. Tell the facts in your GTE. Talk about what you really feel, instead of writing about the weather. Be honest. Let's see what we come up with. Okay, talk about incentives to return home. This is a very important point writing in your GTE. Most of the refusals that everybody sees is only for two reasons. One is you do not have incentives to return back to your home country after you have finished your education. They don't believe, they're not satisfied that you will go back to your home country. The second reason is the financial aspect. So we'll come back to the financial aspect after we finish the incentive to return to the home country. So what are the incentives? Be genuine in your incentives to return to the home country. I know a lot of people say, I love my parents, I love my mother, I love my father, and I can't live without them, and I'm going to go back to the home country. Fair enough, we all love our parents, but don't parents love you? Won't they sacrifice not living with you for 6 years, 7 years, 10 years? Don't we all do that? Yes, we do. Do you think the department doesn't know that Indians or Pakistan or Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lankan, these Indonesia, Thailand, all students come here and they stay here for 3 years for a bachelor's, and after you get a 485 visa for 2 years, that's 5 years in a row you can stay here and you can only visit your family once or twice. We do live here without our parents. The parents want you to live here without them, to grow your future, to make a career for yourself, maybe get a permanent residency in Australia and live there for the rest of your life. All right, so let's look at other options that you have for incentives to return back home. There could be financial incentives, there could be assets that your family owns, there could be a business that your father owns or your mother owns that would be inherited to you after them, so you got a future back home. Or you might have a relationship with another girl or a guy in your life that you have held for a while, and disclose it. Don't hide your relationships, disclose it, because it could act as a positive, because you're not applying with your relationship, you're applying independent application, and then they know that you're not going to leave the love of your life for a visa in Australia. But what happens in the future, whether she or he comes along with you or not, is a different story. Maybe at this stage we could look at showing commitment to work, or commitment to family, or commitment to business for your relation that you hold with another guy or another girl, that they have an incentive to stay in your home country more than you do, but you're gonna go back for them because you love them. You have a relationship and you plan to get married in the future. Okay, you don't have to provide evidence that you are getting married, but it's always good in a GTE, for example. Now, the financial aspects. What are the financial aspects? These are the economic ties, job stability, what kind of job you're gonna go back home and do, what kind of financial stability does your family have to support you. All the department wants to see that if you have 100 rupee in your account, you're not gonna spend and tell the department that I've got this 100 rupees in my account and my living cost and tuition expenses in Australia is 100 rupees and I have that money. That's not enough, right? So what is your family and your house in India, in Pakistan, in Sri Lanka, wherever you come from, Nepal, in your home country, how is the people who are left behind in your home country are going to survive after you have taken all of that 100 rupee that you have in your account to Australia for study? How are they going to survive back home? So they want to see evidence that you can support yourself financially in Australia, and by getting a fixed deposit of 20 lakh rupees, where your required funds is 19 lakhs 78,438 rupees, and you provide a fixed deposit of 20 lakh rupees, and no source of income for that fixed deposit is not going to get you a visa. I'm sorry, my friend, it's not going to happen. You have to provide source of funds, where you got that money, how you got that FD. Maybe you can show income proof of your family members, parents, brothers, sisters, mother, and how they have saved that kind of money in years to come. But some source of funds, just showing a fixed deposit for 20 lakh rupees and say, here's my money, I love my parents, I'll go home and I'm taking admission in this course, is not going to help. The department is getting very strict, very tough nowadays. They want to see whether your funds are genuine, whether those source of funds are genuine, whether your FDs are genuine, whether your bank statements are genuine. So if you're not ready, maybe talk to a consultant, talk to us, and we will evaluate with your documents and we'll guide you in the months to come. Why are you rushing into your application? Why do you want to go into July intake? Why can't you wait for October? Prepare yourself, get ready, get visa ready, and then lodge your application. Ramesh Nirola, can I back out from my master's to diploma and continue another master according to new rule? Okay, Mr. Nirola, you definitely can back out from any course that you are doing in Australia, but you must have a reason why you need to back out from that course. If you have completed 6 months, you can definitely, that new rule starts for the students who are enrolling into a course after or on 1st of July, and I have not had any confirmation as yet of that new rule. That is a story that we all heard, but if you know there is a legislation that has been passed on the new rule, please share with me as well. Can I back out from masters to diploma and continue another masters according? You can apply for a diploma course and then you can lodge a new visa application. Nobody's stopping you to request another visa application to the department for studying a diploma, and it's for the department to reassess your application and give you an outcome. But if you get a negative outcome for enrolling into a diploma, that does not mean that your current visa for your master will be cancelled. No, it still continues as is. You still have a valid student visa and you can continue to study masters in Australia. I hope that answers your question, but if you have any further comments you want to add to that, please feel free to comment in the box, or feel free to contact me via WhatsApp or phone number or email. Email would be the best option, so admin@cirrus.com.au or education@cirrus.com.au. You can contact us on any of these two emails and we'll be more than happy to reply back to you as soon as we can. Emmanuel, education in Western Australia is free for dependents whose school is primary or secondary. Is that true? Every state has got a different criteria. You got to check with, like for example, Queensland, Education Queensland International, EQI is the website. Similarly, if you search for primary school education in Western Australia and go to international section, and you can find the information about children's schooling in Western Australia, if it is free for primary or it is free only for primary and secondary. You can find the information on the department website. And if you want us to do the homework for you, please send us an email and we'll be more than happy to come back with you with that information. Alright guys, that's it for the day from me. Goodbye everyone, and thank you for watching this live talk show. I hope you gained a little bit of insight of what's happening with the current student visa stories and how to improve your GTE and how to choose your course wisely. Just remember, stick to related courses to your current education or your current work experience. And I wish you all the best and good luck for the future, and hopefully you all have a positive outcome for study in Australia or any other visa that you're applying for. And I will be here next week. I'll see you again. And if you are in Melbourne, I will be in Melbourne on the 20th and 21st of July, which is this month, next week, midweek next week. So if you want to come and consult with myself or Yukesh, please feel free to give us a call and book an appointment. It's going to be free first consultation with myself or with Yukesh, and we'll be more than happy to discuss your future with you. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again next week. Thank you.